Welcome to this look at a lot of new mods on Farming Simulator 25 with me, Mr. Silly P. Ladies and gentlemen, these are mods for Tuesday the 3rd of December. We've got a few packs. One of the packs, and I'm going to put this out there straight away, I'm not covering it in this mod review. It will be an entirely separate mod review for the Planet Modular BGA by Castor DS Agro service. That is 100% a mod review in its own right. I can't fit it in with this mod review. That being said, I've got to crack on because we've got loads to get through. But we're going to start off with this. This is the Kärcher K2.14. This is by JMZ, 1.28 megabytes download, 3 slots on console. Just there. Click on it, pick up the wand, and spray. It's a jet washer. Does its job. Under build mode, tools. Just there. Only 500 to buy and place. Very nice. The Kärcher K2.14 by JMZ. We have got some mods today. I was just going to say this actually. Some mods making a welcome return from 22 to 25. Some not so welcome, being this one. This is the Fire Siren. This is by MTL Modding Team. 2.3 megabytes download, 3 slots. 95 grand this costs. I mean that baffles me in itself, but I kind of get it a little bit, but kind of not. I thought it was cool when it first came out, but I used it a couple of times, and then you'll see. If you're new to the game, you will understand why. Under build mode, this one is also under tools, as you can see just there, 95 grand. On neither of these there are any options for customization or anything like that. Buy it, place it, and then when you walk up to it, actually you know what I should be doing? Let's go with circle. There you go. That's fun, isn't it? The Fire Siren by MTL Modding Team. Next we have this. This is the Elegant House. This by Rajot GPLAY. 11.04 megabytes download, 9 slots, 75,000 to buy. Under build mode, under farmhouses. Just there, 75 grand. When you go to place, we've got customization options. Solar panels, yes or no. Like so. They're on the back side of the other one, but as I've mentioned many times before, nowhere is telling you when you put solar panels onto any of the buildings that give you the option to put them on what you can actually earn. You can earn money now. That was changed in update 1.3, so when it goes past the hour you are earning a little bit. No colour options on that, just the solar panels. We got our wardrobe trigger. It depends which way around you place it, but here is our wardrobe trigger, and then around the other side we've got our sleep trigger. So I'll probably place it the wrong way around, but again, what's right and wrong anymore? What's up and down? Who knows? The world is a crazy messed up place. So next up we got these. So that was the Elegant House by Rajot GPLAY. Next we got the Wooden Barn with Storage Shed by Basti. I think it was Basti, wasn't it? 2.62 megabytes download, 4 slots each. One's 106,000, one's 107,000. Could I tell you why one's 106, one's 107? Nope. I have no idea. I've been looking, I've been trying to work it out. If we go into our build mode, and this one you'll find under sheds, right here at the bottom, 106,000, and that one says Wooden Barn with Storage Shelves. That says Wooden Barn with Storage Shelves, but that one says Wood Barn with Storage Shelves, that one just says Wood Barn. So my thought was, the difference between them would be one's got shelving, one hasn't. Nope. They're exactly the same as far as I can tell. Let's move that out of the way. I don't think I've got down an R3 on this one. No, I don't think there are any options. I've got a big question mark next to it. No colour options, no solar panel options, stuff like that. If I look at them both, the doors seem to be in the same places as far as I can tell. If we come inside, we've got a light switch just inside the door. Turn on shed lights. Racking along one side. Full storage of whatever you want to store. And then the rest of the shed. Lighting, I honestly, there's going to be something really subtle, really obvious, but I can't for the life of me work out what it is. Come in the door, racking, shelving, lighting in the same place. Door seems to be in the same place. I don't know what it is, but I'm missing something. I'm sure I am. But anyway, that's those two. Wooden Barn with Storage Shed by Basti. Next, we've got over here. Sorry, I was just looking down my notes. My mind wandered for a second. We've got the Modern Wooden Shed. This is by Patty, 4.02 megabytes download, 5 slots, 25,000 to buy. It's a nice looking building. I like the slatted side down the side here. Light switch is just over here. Nice bright lights, like that. We've got colour option on this, so customization, build mode, and again sheds, but this one is just there. 25 grand for the base model, and then if you R3, and we can choose our colour. Now again, I'm not going to go through every colour because there's every colour, literally every colour. I can go to my list and we can pick a colour. We can go to custom, choose a colour, whatever you want to go for. It's entirely up to you. For example, I don't know, like more of a pastel-y if we want to. There we go. Pick and choose. It's all up to you. Then we come back out of that menu, then you place it. I keep getting this error is restricted. It's doing me head in. But if you press toggle free mode on or off, it will give you the option to place. There you go. That's the Modern Wooden Shed by Patty. Next to that, we've got this. These are just in the order they come up in the Modhub. Clumping them together, all sheds, all, you know, would probably make more sense, but I just do them in the order they come up. This is the square slurry storage. This by user 555, 0.86 megabytes download, 8 slots, 32,000 to buy with 100,000 litre capacity. This you'll find in the silos. Just there, as I said, 32 grand. Slot count comes down to 1. There's no options on this for customization. You get it just as it is. Rotate to fit. And this is one you don't have to put next to a cow pen, cow barn, because we have got a putting in and we have got a taking out. So this can be a completely standalone storage. If you've got a load of slurry, if you've got too much that your cows or your animals are producing, you can bring it here and you can fill one of these up. I've already put one load in. Come on now. There we go. There you go. Start filling. I've got 30,000 litres in there. There we go. Does the job as intended. The square slurry storage by user 555. Next we've got this liquid fertilizer tank. This is actually quite cool. I like this. This you'll find in the build mode. And this was under containers, not tools. Go to our containers just there. 10 grand, 15,000 litre capacity. It says liquid fertilizer tank. This silo can be filled with liquid fertilizer. Nice, straightforward, makes sense. But here's the thing. This is 1.07 megabytes download, 3 slots. This by 750 Ti modding. And what I like about this is when we click on our, because this one you purchase the stuff or it can be delivered, you can put in it herbicide and liquid fertilizer. Now I normally say or. You see I've got 9,000 litres left, because if I look down bottom right, I've already put some in, and you can have both in there at the same time. I'm assuming it's got a baffle somewhere in the middle, so you can put half and half. It doesn't matter however you can. So I've got 5,000 litres of liquid fertiliser, 1,000 litres of herbicide. I can keep filling those until we hit our 15,000 litre capacity. But yeah, so you can put both in there. Very handy. No colour options or anything like that. You get it just as it is. It's blue. You place it, and job done. So liquid fertiliser and herbicide tank by 750 Ti modding. Next up we've got the gas station. Just here. Nice and useful. Doesn't take up a lot of space either. This is 7.57 megabytes download, 9 slots. This is by Barney. Under build mode, under containers, right next to there. It's only £1,000 as well to buy and place. The fuel's not free. You've still got to pay for the fuel. No colour options, no options for customisation, anything like that. Again, get it just as it is. Place it down, and away you go. Pull up alongside, refuel. Nice. That's the gas station by Barney. Next, we've got the old storage shed. Now, this is by Blacksheep modding. We've got 2 in this pack. We've got one that is a storage shed, and then we've got one that is bale and pallet storage. So it's 2 different locations. 6.01 megabytes download. They are 8 slots regardless. The one without storage is 9,000 litres, 9,000 to buy. The one with storage is 550 bales and pallets, and that's 10,000 to buy and to purchase and place. No shed lights. No shed lights. It's an old shed, was what I was going to say. I placed it all facing this way because when I started my prep it was before midday and the sun was sort of, well, there, but it was pointing in this direction. Who tampantai the light? I'm going to keep saying it. The lighting is not great. Every time I go on and play on Riverbend Springs, the lighting's spot on. On here it seems very hit and miss. I've said this many times before because I'm either getting messages from people telling me that if I put my if I put the wrong settings on, it looks washed out. If I change those settings, it looks too dark. I'm trying to find that Goldilocks point. And then next to that, bale and pallet. As you can see, we've got a pallet in there and a bale. Rani wrap. It takes pretty much everything. We've got a few today. I think 3 or 4 bale and pallet storages, and they all pretty much take everything, including liftable bales and pallets as well, which is really handy. So putting in, you just bring it over to here, and the stuff drops in. There. Taking out, done just here. Pick what you want, and then when you press on it, it comes out to the side. Lovely job. So under build mode, we want to go to silos. So there's our bale and pallet storage, old barn shed. This one here, like I said, 10 grand. And if we go from there and we go to our sheds, there is old storage shed. Now what I will say with this, there are customization options. So if I click on it and say customize, we've got the option of left or right, and that's depending where you want the end wall to be. So I can go left or right, so I can switch my end wall. That's the only customization option, no colour options or anything like that. But as with Blacksheep mod, well, most mods, like I say, there are specific modders that, you know, when stuff comes out, you think that's going to be top quality. Most stuff is. I mean, it's very unusual these days to get stuff that isn't. But there you go. That's the old storage shed by Blacksheep modding. Next to that, we've got straw storage. But again, can be utilised for bale and pallet, as you can see in front of me. So straw storage, this is by MA7 Studio, 11.66 megabytes download, 5 slots, bale and pallet. Then it will hold 450 items. And as you can see, we've got a selection, a mixture of stuff. Come over to there, we can turn our lighting on. We have got bales, we have got big bags, we have got a pallet. They will take pretty much everything, same as the other ones are putting in. It's done there at the hazard marked box. If you haven't got your options switch to that, like I always say that, I say it as an option here, your interactive zone markers, I'm always saying the hazard mark box, look at the icons, and people will message me and say, I haven't got a hazard box, I can't find it. You need to have your interactive zone markers on, at least initially until you get used to where the things are, and then you're good to go after that. If you come over to this side here, this is where you take your stuff out again. Let's say it doesn't matter what you pick something, it will come out to the side. So all done, very nice. Build mode, silos, right there, 22 grand. I don't think we had customization options on this. I suddenly thought I didn't. Normally I write it down. I'm pretty good at writing it down, but I just suddenly thought it's white. I didn't know if there's any other colour options. Nope, you get it just as it is. But again, nicely made, nicely detailed, great weathering, and again does the job. So that's the straw storage by MA7 Studio. Next we've got these. Now this is a pack. It's by OmaTana. This is the open sheds. We've had these before, so this is the port over onto FS25. There are 5 sheds, and there's 1 bale and pallet storage, as you can see right in front of us, which takes pretty much everything. The beauty with these, as you can see, we've got colour configuration options, and these we've got the ability as well to open and close the rear section, so you can have it as a closed shed. If we come up to there, move all down, it takes the wall away. That one's closed in the back, so you can have them drive through, you can have them closed in, it's entirely up to you. The bale and pallet one, if I come up to this now and go to there, you see the crosses come up, there's a barrier, it won't let me in there, but if I come to this trigger here, it says move collision down. I think that does front and rear, so I can actually go into here as well if I want to. If I want to store vehicles in there as well as my bales and pallets and things like that. So if you want a sort of, I guess, a more realistic feel to it, you can turn the collision off on that one, which is really very handy. Now I'm not going to show you every single one of these, but if we go into our silos and we go up to that one just there, so that one there for 5 grand is this one here, the bale and pallet storage. The bale and pallet storage holds 250 items. So if I click on that, actually it's come off there, rotate around, there we go. Customize R3, so we've got colour option, click on there, and again pick and choose. That's your main, these are more your pastel colours on this one at the start, and then you've got your really bright colourful ones, so it depends what you want to go for. Obviously the choice is entirely up to you, and those customization options are the same on all of them. We come off there and we go to sheds. So we start with just here. That one there is the large shed with colour choice, 8,000. We come across to that one there. That's the narrow shed, 5 grand. Again, colour options, and the back opens and closes. That one there, 5 grand. That's for the medium-sized shed with colour choice. We then go to this one here, 3 grand, small shed with colour choice. And then finally we've got the open shed, small shed. That's £1,000. And they all have the same option for opening and closing of the rear panel, should you wish. We don't have lighting on them, so I don't think we have on any of them actually. It does have a light switch. A light switch. It does have one light in the middle. That's an interesting one actually. I don't think I ever came across a light switch. I'm assuming the light's automatic. I was going to say, because I was further back I couldn't actually see it. And I wrote on my notes, no light switch. So potentially there is no light switch, although it is showing as there is a light in there. Anyway, that's the open sheds by OmaTana. Next, over here, we have got, now this is where things get a lot trickier now for doing mod reviews. This is the Finnish sheep barn. This is by Jamo. It's 15.99 megabytes download. 15 slots, 80,000 to buy, and it will hold 80 sheep and or goats. But no, in its base configuration it will hold 80. If you do nothing with it, it will hold 80. But as we now know, and it depends because some modders some modders might not change the configuration options, and they might leave it that it's fixed at a certain thing and you can't change the pasture. But this one you can. So this one will hold a lot more because I've changed the pasture. So if we go into build mode and we go to our animals and we want to go to our sheep, just there, 80 grand, and it says it holds 80. But if I go to place one, swing that around, we've got customization options. So we can have solar panels on the roof, yes or no. Again, no idea what you'll make for the solar panels, but you can put them on if you want them. We then got a colour choice, and again, pick and choose your colour. It's entirely up to you. Any colour you can think of, you can have. Glorious days come out of there. If I press that now, it says, do you want to customise the fence or for the Finnish sheep bun, which again you can do. It will get to a point when I'm doing mod reviews where I will stop showing. I mean, at the end of the day, if you've watched any of the videos, I mean, you can make this. Let's go all the way out here, and it will give you some indication of the dilemmas facing the mod reviewer. First world problems, I know, but you know, you can't be definitive. Why is the area restricted? Oh, give me a break. I keep getting this, and this is doing my head in. Again, for doing mod reviews, I don't know what it is. Part of the coding, the base game stuff, and I thought this had changed. I'm finding if I place something down to do a mod review, like I've done now, if I save the game, but then I remove the mods, or I save the game and the mods there, if I take the mods away, if I demolish them, it's registering that they're still on the ground. They're still like a footprint. There's still something there. So when I go to place something else, it's not allowing me to. And that's really annoying me. Honestly, it's driving me insane. We'll just leave it as standard then. That's really annoying me. So yeah, I don't know if anyone else having the same. And this is what I'm saying as far as mod reviews go. For doing the prep, it's taken me so much longer than it really needs to because I'm encountering issues like that all the time. Anyway, all that being said, when you've got your colour choice, when you've got your animals chosen, door at this end, if we open it up, we've got our dialogue box just here. Now it said 80, but because I changed the pen shape on my initial one, that will now take 132. The other one will be 80 because that one was left as standard, but again, if it allows you to place it, you can make it bigger, smaller, whatever you want, so you can adjust it. So it's not technically set unless the modder has actually made it set, and it will take all of the sheep types and it will take the goats, all base game stuff, all fairly standard. And what I have also got then is feed trigger is just down the side here, and we can already see we have got some goat milk and we've got some wool already being produced. Now this was another one. There are lights, and I couldn't find the light switch. Again, nothing unusual for me. I looked on all the posts. I looked on the walls. I couldn't find one. I looked inside and outside. but couldn't find a light switch. So I'm assuming the lighting's automatic. But there we go. Sorry for my little mini rant there. That's the Finnish sheep barn by Jamo. Next we've got this over the back. This is the wide garage. I like this. This is an absolute beast. It looks like the one that used to be on Westbridge Hills. It's that similar style. So the wide garage by ikas, 4.42 megabytes download, 5 slots, 80,000 to buy, and we have some customization options. As you can see, lighting is on, and a build mode and sheds just there. So when we come to place it, it starts off white. Press R3 and then colour options again, any colour you like. You go for it to your heart's content. And it is an absolute cavern. There's no doors or anything. It is, you know, as it says, it's wide shed, but it is an open shed technically. Light switch over the side here. Super duper. That's by ikas. Next to that, we've got these, the small grain silos pack. That's these two just here. We've got a 20,000 litre and a 30,000 litre. These are standard crop types, and when I say standard crop types, that's the standard in-game crop types now. It always used to be just the main grains, but this will do your rice, your long grain rice, that kind of stuff as well. They are not multi-fruit silos. 25.18 megabytes download. They are 8 slots each. It's 9,000 for the 20,000 litre and it's 12,000 for the 30,000 litre. These are by BarT or BarT. The fact that T's are capital, I always say BarT, but it could just be BarT. Apologies if it is. If we go from there to our silos. So there's our 9 gram one, 20,000 litres. There's our 12 gram one, 30,000 litres. There's no customisation option on these. You get them just as they are. But as you can see, one has got pipes, one hasn't. That's because you have got the option to put them away or put them out if you want. Unfold the blower. Into this one, unfold the grain auger. They're not particularly high. They are small silos with not huge capacities, but they're not that expensive either, which I think makes them an absolute boon. Very useful bits of kit. That's the small grain silos pack by BarT. Like I said, the Pallets modular BJ will be a separate mod review. Next, what the diesel tank. Just here, this is an IBC. When you buy it, it's got 1,000 litres already in it. It is 0.76 megabytes download. One slot is by Happy Mole. If we go into... No, not into there. If we go into here, we go down to our consumables. I know it's consumables. I'm mucking around. Just there, the diesel tank mod. 1,250 for 1,000 litres. You buy it, it will put it at the main vehicle shop. You go and collect it from there. Job done. Happy days. I think I probably need some fuel in this, don't I? Yeah. So I've got the 1,000 litres on the front. It's saying refill telehandler, so you know what? There you go. Now I'm down to 978 litres in it. Buy and place them around your farms, wherever you want. When that's empty, that will disappear. It's not refillable. So there we go. That is the diesel tank by Happy Mole. Next, oh, liftable bales and pallets by Yos. Go Yos. 0.55 megabytes download. Slot counts vary across the range. If you've got stuff out already, like these that I've done from productions and various different mod videos I've done already, they are not liftable. So anything you've got already won't be. The base game stuff that's already in there won't be, but anything after that will be. But if we go back into this menu and we go, for example, to our big bags, you'll see now you can buy liftable versions of the big bags. If we go to our big bags and pallets, there are liftable versions of those as well. So if you'd rather be able to lift them and throw them onto a trailer yourself, again, if you don't like that, if that annoys you or offends you in some way, don't use them. Don't download the pack. You don't have to. If you don't like using forklifts, if you don't want to spend hours and hours, you know, that again, you really don't have to. It's entirely up to you. If we come onto our pallets here as well, we've got them all under here as well. So all of these, including net wrap, twine, poplars, sapling pallets, Rani wrap, all of it, there is an option. And then we come down here and we've got liftable bales as well now. So again, if you want to just throw bales into the back of a wagon or something like that, you can, but that's not all. If we come from there and we go to our settings, let's go across to on the maps. We've got the warehouse. If we visit the warehouse, I've got a couple of pallets there. So we go to our warehouse purchase point. If I purchase anything, I hope this works now. So what's been tweaked on it everything should be saying 100 kilos. Should give me the option to lift. So anything that you can buy from the warehouse now is also liftable. That has been tweaked by Yoss. But again, if you don't want to use it, you don't have to. If you, like I said, I really need to stipulate, if you already have stuff on your map, it won't automatically make those liftable. They will stay as they are. Anything moving forward will be. So anything like these, potato soup pallets, if you've got the mod installed, anything you buy from the warehouse then becomes liftable if you want to make your life a little bit easier. Had I had this when I did my mod review on the constructables, that would have saved me hours. I did it all by forklift. But there we go. Cracking. I love that mod. Thank you very much, Yoss. Liftable bales and pallets. Next we've got this. This is the signal bar. This is by Nico Do55. 3 megabyte download, 2 slots to buy. It's under weights. You've got various different options on this with regards to lighting, side signal, side bars, strobes or beacons, oversized loads. You'll see in a moment. And this can be extended out as well. I'm looking at it. I know people say it looks really dark. Because of the time of day, it's just the way the light is. Like I say, but anyway, sorry, it's really bugging me. There we go. There's our signal bar. £2 to buy. So details none or on. Puts those little rods so you can see where the ends of the bar are. So you can see where you're sticking out. I'm going to do that so we can see them a little better. There we go. We've got flood lighting. So we've got 1, 2, 3, or back to none. I think I went for 1, so you've got signals on there as well. Side markers, and we run through, I think there's like 11 of these. I'm not going to run through every single one or read them all out. I'm sure it was something like 11. Let's go back the other way. Oh no, 14. I take that back. So various different sizes, angles, that kind of stuff. Beacon lights, we've got flashing strobes, or we've got rotating beacons. Mind you, they might flash as well actually. I just went for the other ones because they were a little bit smaller. We've got sign none, we've got convoy agricole, we've got oversized load, wide load, 3-point link if you want 3-point link, so it's still a weight but you've got 3-point link on there as well, or none. Then we've got main colour choice. I'm not going to go for standard ones. That does that main section like that. Design colour does the end bars and around the plates on the back, and then the next design colour does the tips. And that's not as bright as you would think. Let's go for something. Let's go for white maybe. That stand out a bit more. Kind of. Does the tips of those rods. Those are your options. So once we've got it on the vehicle, we can raise and lower automatically. And then we've got L1 and right stick side to side. So depending on how wide the load is. Lights. Turn the lights off. Indicators. There we go. There's your signal bar. That's by, excuse me, that's by Nico Do55. Next we've got this, the Lizard TZ or TZ400 by WOLFex modding, 1.46 megabytes download, 5 slots. Now I had to check something on this, and I'm not knocking modders, never do, but it's that thing of, oh, I've missed a trick on this because I thought it would be really cool. And I looked for, I'm not making sense, but I will admit, I looked for something, but it's not on there. Yeah, anyway, this is under weights as well. Just there, 1,800. We've got a couple of options on this. We've got standard, or we've got with stuff. So, with stuff, put stuff in there. No way, Jose. I could have sworn. You know what? I take all that back. I take it all back. Let me go to the back, open that. I checked this. I could have sworn. You know what? That's on me. I checked this one that was empty because I thought the one with stuff has got stuff in it already. So, of course that's not going to work for your hand tools. It's going to be the one that doesn't have stuff in it that will give you the option to put hand tools in. So I checked it, no, and I thought, oh, okay, that's a pity. They've missed a trick on that. Oh, look inside there and we get closer. Look down in there. If I do this now, switch hand tool, return chainsaw, I can put my chainsaw in the box to take it around with me if I want to, front or rear of the tractor, so you can store your chainsaw. Now it's only got an option for chainsaw, it's not showing me an option for spray cans or the horse brush, but you can stick a chainsaw in there I know it's one of those things I would lose. I'd put the weight down and forget that I'd even put a chainsaw in it. But you can put a chainsaw in it as well. Very handy. Now, as you also saw on the back, we can close cover. Just does that one. Depends if you've got one or two on. Raise and lower the weights. And off you go. I take that back. I do apologise, WOLFex modding. That was me making an assumption. You know what they say about assumptions? The Lizard TZ400 by WOLFex modding. Next we've got this, the Lizard Balespike. This is by VertexDezign. This is 1.04 megabyte download and 1 slot. You'll find this under front loader tools and telehandler tools in 2 different sections. I don't know if it's just the way the mod hub is laid out now, whether it's been done like that. What used to happen was you would find wherever it was, for example, under front loader tools, and then you would often find it would have the option in here to change it between different vehicles, front loader, telehandler, whatever it might be, but it's actually in 2 separate sections. Colour options, I'm not going to show it every single time moving forward, but colour options, you can pick anything you like, pick your colour, go for it. I will check when I'm off camera, because it might be there's just a set menu, but hang on. But as you can see, pick your colour, you go for it. But if we come out of there and then we go to telehandler tools, it's also under telehandler tools as well. Now I did check just to make sure, under wheel loader tools it's not there, and under skid steer loader tools it's not there. So it's front loader tools or telehandler tools is where you'll locate it. We do have the option on this to, what was under, L1, R1 and right stick up and down. We can raise and lower that bar, so depending on whether you've got just 1 bale or 2 bales, or you've got more bales, that will just give you a bit of support on. So when you get your bales on, if you tip it backwards, it will lean against those supports. Bit of adjustment on there. We have got no tension straps or anything like that on this one. It comes just as it is. There you go. Balespike. Next to that, we've got this. You just saw it probably anyway. This is the Quicke M140 by JMZ. 1.02 megabytes download. 2 slots each. There's a few to choose from, and these were so under front loader tools. We got the M140. That's standard. You got the M140 with transport straps, and then you got the M140 with transport straps without camera. You might think, huh? That one has got an extra camera angle, which that one doesn't have. So if you want the extra camera angle, go for it. If you don't want the tension straps, you want that one. They're the same price. Options are the same. Configuration of spikes, we've got that, or those. And back. Stickers, yes or no. So if you don't want them on, you can take stickers off. Main colour does the main framework, like that. Design colour does that. Nice and straightforward. I went for the one with tension straps and camera because I was feeling fruity. Why not? Now the tension straps don't go over the bales, interestingly enough. So I hook that up and we go for our camera option. So that's our in camera. Press it again. So that's with camera option. So that gives you a camera that focuses and zooms in and out around the forks themselves. Sorry about that. I think the CSZ pack has similar. If I go like that and now we do tension straps, R1 fasten tension straps, it doesn't fasten them around the bales, but it does lock them in place. He says as the bottom bale decides to slide off. It's weird how it does that, doesn't it? But anyway, they are kind of locked in place, because if I undo the tension straps now, do the same thing, there you go. Your bales will come off. So tension straps and extra camera, should you desire it. That's the Quicke M140 by JMZ. Next we've got the Gorenc. The Gorencs. Ooh, right in the Gorencs. So, the Gorenc Transfer Pack by WOLFex modding. This is 7.2 megabytes download. There are 2 slots each, as I said, by WOLFex modding. These you'll find under bale transports, because they are bale transports, predominantly for round bales. There's a slight issue with this in the menu, you'll see in a moment. And again, they do have tension straps. These don't open wide or anything like that. You just raise and lower them. I won't do all of them, but I'll show you the front one, for example. So I can raise and lower it manually, or lower bale loader. So when it hits the ground, if I undo the tension straps, goes all the way to the ground. I can drive on and off however I want to, tension strap it on, raise the thing up. Then I've got tilt as well, so I can tilt the bales. The fact they can tension strap is really handy, double or single, as you can see. Nice bit of kit. But these you will find, as I said, if we go to, we need baling and transport, and that's where you'll find them. So there's our transfer L just there. These are all 2 slots to start with, no options. You get that one just as it is, like that. This one, again, no options, you get it just like that. That's transfer R. Then this one, transfer D, is your double. Again, no options, get it just like that. Then this one, transfer Supra. Now this one we've got to be careful with because we've got options on this. If I go the wrong way, so that's narrow, which I think has adjustment on it. That goes to double. There is one that I think has pallet forks, but when I do the pallet forks, watch, it does that. Now every option I do after that, it does it in the ground and then it disappears. So I can come back out the menu, but it's yeah, it keeps doing it. So that one, which I think is pallet forks, I mean, I can still probably get it. Let's lease it. I can whiz over very quickly to the shop. Hopefully that hasn't fallen through the floor in the shop. Yeah, there you go. Pallet forks on there. Like that. Very nice. The Gorenc transfer pack by WOLFex modding. Next. Oh, actually, you know, I'm going to do this next while we're over here. I'm going to do the Randon Dollies by Agro mods. 14.53 megabytes download. 8 slots. It's a dolly with a few different options on it, as you can see, with some interesting colour choices depending on what you go for. So if we go to miscellaneous, out on the end there, 15 grand for the base model. Now this one as well, it says wheel brands at the top, but when you scroll across them, it changes at the top, but it doesn't say, there's no number. I don't know how many. I think it's just that, and that. I think those are the only options. And we've got arching, yes or no. So those 2 options. We've then got trailer model, new R or line R, which changes the lighting and stuff on the back. Wheel design, we've got no. We've got full hubcap, complete wheel covers with hubcap, back off again. Then we've got ball hitch with bucket, so it's sort of the scoop down on it. Standard ball hitch, or we've got a 5th wheel hitch, so we can attach a trailer to a trailer to it, so you can hook multiples. So 5th wheel hitch, or you want to put that onto the back of a pickup with something on the back of it. 5th wheel hitch. Main colour option, I'm just going to pick one, I'm not going to change things. I end up picking the same colour, didn't I? Then you've got your mud guards, like that again. Pick your colours, whatever you want. Rim colour, again, pick a choice, go metallic, go however you want, it's entirely up to you. And a license plate option on there as well. And it works like a dolly does. This one does have, if I recall, L1 and raise axle. Takes a little while after you've pressed the button, so just be aware of that. If you press the button and nothing happens, let's get Randon to light a little bit better. So L1, lower axle. Nice sound effects. So there you go. Takes a while, but you can raise and lower that axle. I don't think we got the option for moving the adapter plate. I think that stays as it is. There you go. That's the Randon Dolly by Agro mods. Next, we've got this. This is the Dondi Discovitis. This by SMI modding team. 6.54 megabytes download. 4 slots, 2 meters wide. It is a subsoiler. It's under the subsoiling section, designed for doing vineyards and orchards and stuff like that, but you can, if you want to go for it with 2 meters wide for doing an entire field, you absolutely can under subsoilers. Just there, 12,500, no options, you get it just as it is, like that. I'm having that weird thing still. If we go R1, no, L1, R1. Tell what would be a good idea, because I'm looking at it, I'm thinking at the bottom, not even in the tractor. Let's get in the tractor. L1, right stick side to side, brings that side in. right stick up and down brings that side in. So you can narrow it or you can widen it. Like that. It's a case to drop it down and go. For some reason I can't change the grass. It won't do anything about the grass, but you'll see as we go along that we are subsoiling underneath it. 7 miles an hour. It does what it's designed to do. 2 meters of subsoiling goodness. What I'm just going to double check now. So I'll do the bits I've already done. Does it give me the option to... No, I didn't know if it gave me the option to allow create fields. So as you can see, the difference in texture between the smooth texture that's just there and the subsoil texture that we've just done, just there. The Dondi Discovitis by SMI modding team. If that's Dondi Discovitis, I'm sorry. SMI modding team. Next, we've got this, and this is what I'm talking about. I'm in a different part of the map and the lighting's better. Isn't it weird? I've got the Lemken Smaragd 9400K. It's by Mat26, 4.13 megabytes download, 4 slots, 4 meters wide. You will find this under cultivators. Just there, 16,500. No options on it. You get it just as it is. Has 2 cultivating modes on this. So if I drop it down to the ground, and we go, as you can see, it is bringing up small-ish stones. If I raise it up and do L1, there you go. So L1, R1, L1, R1. So toggle work mode. It says mode shallow cultivation, L3 deep cultivation. Now, it's interesting because normally, or for me, on FS22, shallow cultivation was what your disc carrots and stuff used to do, and that wouldn't really change much. It looked almost like a mulching texture. It wouldn't bring up stones or anything like that. Now in both of those modes, shallow and deep cultivation, the texture looks exactly the same and it's bringing up exactly the same size stones. So it's that thing of, it has got the option, and I don't know if the option is supposed to do something differently. It doesn't appear to be to me. So if I now go press it again and drop it down, oh no, it has changed. How weird. Maybe it just needed to change once, because it was on that. You saw me swap it over, and now it is doing it. Oh, honestly, this is what I'm talking about. Mod reviews, it does me head in. I tested it already and it didn't do it. I tested it all out there, right in the back corner, and it didn't do anything. So I wrote on my notes, question mark. I switch it from one to the other and back again, and then it works again. There you go. Here's our shallow cultivation. There's our deep cultivation that brings up stones. It does work. You can't make this stuff up. Never work with children, animals, or cultivators. It's a 4 metre, not a 3 metre, so sorry for those aficionados that do like themselves a 4 metre cultivator. That's the Lemken Smaragd 9400 by Mat26. Next, we've got this. This is the Class Direct Disc 600 by Jeff D25, 7.11 megabytes download. It is 4 slots, 6 metres, and the trailer is 3 metres. This is a forage harvester all crop header. 6 metre goodness. We've got a trailer. I'll show you it being used, but we want our forage harvester section, which is just there. Header, just there. 66,500. Design standard, or with that's the rape oilseed rape knives, aren't they? I think they. But yeah, you can have them on there if you want to. I added them on, but yeah, whatever you want to do. We come out of there and we go to our header trailers. 12 grand for the header trailer, designed specifically for it. License plate option on there. No other option other than that. I brought it out on the trailer, which it kind of locks onto, which most headers do now. Let's do pipe out. The harvester isn't part of it. The harvester is just a standard class harvester. I didn't read out all the crops that it does, but when you go into the menu, to choose the header, it lists them as most headers do. The crops it will do. It doesn't do everything. So, go back to a header, turn it on, drop it down. Now this again is something I've said many times before. Depending on the crop, if you're setting yourself up crops to all crop to make yourself chaff for putting into a silage clamp for making silage, this sort of thing was a very good idea and worked very well when silage was worth an absolute bomb. On various versions of the game, when silage was worth a lot of money, it could often be well worth doing. But if you're all cropping a crop that's worth a lot of money, you might be better off selling the crop than all cropping. But whatever you want to do, you can all crop. But as you can see, what I'm getting chaff, I would not be getting crop. So I'm doing wheat at the moment. Better double check that it was wheat, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm doing wheat. Now, if I'd have done the row I've already done from round there round to here, I would not have 6,000 litres of wheat. So you are going to get way more chaff off of a field than you would do crop. But again, it depends how you want to balance out, how you feel about it. But it's doing the job. It's all cropping at 6 metres, at a fair pace as well. That's your Class Direct Disc 600 by Jeff D25. Next, before I move on to the final mod, and I've got some more prep to do for the final mod, which, yeah, it's going to take me a little while, I'll get there. We've got this. So this was the update that came up after I prepped everything. This is the old barn with shelter by Modding Association Katsuo, 7.46 megabytes download, 6 slots, 31,500 buy. There's no customization options on this. It's a barn with shelter. No lighting. It's not a silage clamp, it's just a storage. You can pile stuff up on here if you want to, or just store your stuff in it. The level of detail as well is, oh, it's brilliant. I mean, it's really, really well made. I'm not sure why it disappeared the first time. Oh, there you go. There's our shed lights. Put that away. We come round to here, and we've got doors here, door there. So for storage inside as well. Lighting in here. Again, for storage of bales and bits and bobs. I think that did move before. Does that one move as well? Oh, that's interesting. So I could have... Oh, there we go. Open door. I thought it did. So we can open that bit or close that bit. So if you want to put, like, pile up crops and stuff in here, the boards will be there to stop stuff going out the door as well. There you go. Old barn with shelter. So the last of the mods for Tuesday the 3rd. It's making a welcome return and it's been dialed up to 11, people. It's been dialed up to 11. And it's this. The Lizard Forage Pickup by Fluffy Mods. 9.92 megabytes download, 7 slots. I've used this so much. This can turn your tractor-trailer combo into a forage wagon. It can pick up beets off the floor, carrots. I think it does pretty much anything now. It'll pick up wood chip. It's designed initially for silage clamps, so I've got a little bit of silage here to show you. But because of the way the game is now on FS25, there's some other things that I've... and it's taking me a long time because I wanted to show you some contract stuff that it will do, but I didn't get any contracts come up. So I'm skipping month after month trying to get the contracts to come up that I want to be able to show you what it does. But I'll show you here first of all. So a pipe out, turn it on. So as far as operation goes, we got turn on or off. We got L1 and then right stick side to side will open and close that. Up and down will tilt that. You can have it open and close if you want to, you don't have to. It will pick up off the floor raised, but we can lower the whole unit down like that, so it'll pick up. So if you're picking up grass swaths, it will do that, and it does it at a fair pace. I think 15-16 miles an hour it'll run at. But like I say, it's designed mainly or initially for things like this. So for clearing out a silage clamp, rather than using shovels and buckets and stuff like that, it makes life so much easier. And like I say, picking up potatoes, I know it would make an absolute mess of potatoes, I know it does, and I know it's not realistic for a lot of the jobs, and I know it's very nefarious on some of the jobs it always used to be used for, and that's something I'm going to go away and check in just a second, and you'll see that if it works. I know there's one thing already that I know it works on, because I tested it immediately, and then bizarrely enough yesterday evening, because my mod review hadn't actually posted, I was inundated with people messaging me saying, are you aware? So I was just putting thumbs up because I already tested it. So I'm going to switch to a different map. It depends what my thumbnail is actually, I might even show you it already, you might have already seen. So yeah, you'll find this, if you're looking for it, this weapon. This is under belt systems, just there, 65 grand to buy. And as you can see, the list of things down the bottom that it will do is impressive to say the least. Options on this, we can change the main colour, we can change the design colour. Everything at the moment that's black, we can change. For example, let's go for yellow because that will stand out. I meant to do that one, that's alright. Let's go with that for red so you can see. There we go. So those are different colour choices. And again, pick and choose your colour, any colour you like. Go metallic, go whatever you want. So you can change the colours on that. It's very cool. It requires 90 horsepower to run that saw, so not a lot of horsepower either. So, bear with me, let's swap map. I'm on Riverbend Springs. Here we are. If, like me, you've been trying everything under the sun, buckets, grabs, trailers, conveyor belts, whatever it might be, to get the pile of stones that comes from the dredging boat, because the dredging boat's there. There is a stone collection point here that you can visit, but it won't let you buy it. This works. The forage pickup will pick up stones. Hallelujah, brothers and sisters. Let's switch to that. Let's turn it on. Start the engine. I had it already running. There we go. We can raise and lower it. But look. If you want to get the stones that are coming out of here, so it's like the iron ore was on Silver Arm Forest. If you had the mine shaft, that kind of stuff. So if you want to be able to get the stones and you want to be able to utilise them for whatever you want to utilise the stones for the cement works or whatever it might be, you can use this to pick up the stones, which is absolutely wondrous. I'm very happy that it works. That's one of the things it will do. The next couple, again, it depends on how you feel about it and things that have been experienced in game before. Because of the way things are done now with the contracts, the baling contracts, with mowing and baling contracts and harvesting contracts, I'm trying to get a harvesting contract so I can show you that. That still works as it used to, but I'll show you if you've never seen it before. But I want to show you this. So, contract mowing, field 34. It's a small field, that's fine. And the farmer just wants me to mow it. He wants his grass cut and he wants the grass gone. Now, he might be coming to bale it, he might want you to bale it, but the baling contracts are separate now, that's completely different. So, if on a mowing contract you think to yourself, like it used to be with the harvesting contracts on FS22, that if you did a harvest contract and you left, and you were able to leave a straw swath behind, the forage pickup header could pick the straw up off a contract field that you didn't own. Well, it does on 22 as well, 25 as well, but what it does on 25 as well, because we've now got these contracts, if you need grass for feeding your sheep, or you want grass to put into a silo, or you want grass that you can lay out on your own fields and ted and turn into hay, you can. Now again, there comes down to the ethics of it. Is it okay? Should you do it? Whether you should or shouldn't, I'm showing you can. Whether you do it or not is up to you. If you're furious about it, that again, you're entitled to be furious, but what you will see is, now you need to do this before you complete the contract. If you complete the contract, it won't allow any equipment on the field, but if I turn that on now and go around, my mowing contract is still my mowing contract. I've done the mowing, I'm doing the mowing, and it's showing that the mowing's being done. What I'm also doing is going along using this pickup header, and I'm collecting the grass off the field. No, like I say, it's a small field. If I had a much bigger field, it would, I'd get much more grass. And like I say, I can go and put it into a silo. I can feed it to my sheep. I might decide that I want to lay it out. If I put what I would often do if I'm doing something like this, I would put my unload onto grain door, then drive across a field or along a track or a path or something like that. And what I would do is unload it as I'm driving along, so I get a swath come out wherever I am, then use a baler or whatever it is I want to use. And I can carry on until the contract's complete, because this isn't one that requires bales. It doesn't require anything left behind. All it's asking for is the field to be mowed. So once the field's mowed, the contract will still complete. I've just got the grass. Now I'm going to double check that because I haven't finished this yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish it, I'm going to let the grass up, and then what should happen is at this point, if that is valid, if the contract will still complete, even though I've taken the grass off the field, a thumbs up will come up on the screen now. The thumbs up should have already come up on the previous one for doing the grass. As you can see now, we are on a wheat harvesting contract. Top right, contract harvest, field 28. We are harvesting, we are leaving a swath behind, and as was, is again, you can, using this awesome bit of equipment, the lizard forage pickup by Fluffy Mods, you can pick up the swath. Now I said it as well before, you don't have to lower it, it will pick up from height, but just to be, I mean absolutely, just to make 100% certain everything's golden, and there you go. So if you've got a crop that will leave a swath, you can go onto a contract field with this and collect the straw for whatever need, want, you want, you know, whatever it is you want your straw for. You've seen we can do it for grass, which means you can do grass. You could take that grass and put it into a silage clamp, which means you can do anything you need for feeding cows from contracts now. You can take those things away if you want to. Again, you don't have to if you don't want to, if you disagree with it. I have to put that stipulation in because people will still get cross and they will still dislike the video because of the fact I'm showing it. But it is working, it is doing its thing. There will be a gazillion other things that people will find they can use this for, and that is the beauty of it and why it works so well. And that's it. That's it for the mods for Tuesday the 3rd of December. I hope you found all of this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you choose to do. As always, thanks for watching.